your local information and entertainment source. Visit us on the World Wide Web at cityview.com. So boot up your computer, grab your mouse, and join in the fun, learning about the internet and the World Wide Web.
Well, here we are on the air. It's Net Talk Live, joining you again on another Sunday night right here from 10 to midnight. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I know we all kind of stuffed and had a great time having tons of turkey, so hopefully you're sitting fat and happy, going to follow along with the show tonight. But what we're here to do is to teach you everything you need to know about the internet and how to use it. And of course, I don't do it by myself. I do it with the lovely Laura Lewis.
Welcome, everybody. I love that. Fat and happy. Everybody's like, yep, fat and happy. Motivated to get on the good old treadmill. Yes, no, maybe. I did. I got on my stepper, got on there and did the good old getting going and thinking about Christmas.
All I know is I ate way, way, way too much.
Oh, you look great, and I love the scruffy holiday look there.
Oh, you like that scruffy look?
Yes, yes.
Oh,
I think it's actually rather sexy, Jovan.
Well, thank you very much. That's the first time you've ever said that about me.
Looks good. Looks really, really good. Welcome, everybody, to Net Talk Live. I don't know which camera I'm talking to up there. Welcome to the show. If you're a first-time viewer, hang in there, because the show is about everything you need to know about the internet and how to use it. And we do address all audience, everybody in the audience, demographically. You don't know a thing, just stay tuned, because you'll learn at least one thing if you follow through the show, and you can go out and impress your friends.
All we're doing here is to make the show real easy, make people understand the internet, make people understand how it works, how to use it, how you can use the internet in your life. There's ways you participate in the show as you call in to the show, and that's how you do it. The numbers to know are 787-1570 or 800-583-1570. That's 787-1570 or 800-583-1570. Those are the numbers to know to participate in the show. So, hey, Mark, I got a question for you over there. Let's tell everybody what's going on December 15th real quick so they know what's coming up in the very near future.
Well, hi there, sexy Jovan and sexy Laura. Speaking of more parties, more stuff-your-face arenas, it was awful this week, Laura. You've just been embarrassed if you've been around us.
I like that stuff-your-face arena, like the Macarena, but stuff-your-face arena.
Oh, she said Macarena. Oh, I can't believe that.
I'm sorry.
Back to December 15th, the party at Communications Expo. Y'all, the Net Talk Live Christmas party, it is going to be insane. We're going to have such a blowout, Jovan. As you know, we're going to have hundreds of dollars worth of software to give away. There's going to be lots of room, lots of coffee. We're even have a place that may come in and have food and stuff for you guys. Can you believe we're going to feed all these people? It's real easy. Go to the website if you haven't already done so and register for our party. You got to fill out the registration. Be sure and tell a friend, have them register so you can bring somebody with you as well. But it's going to be just a blast, Jovan.
That's right. Our website address, for those of you who have just joined the show and want to follow along on the website and go to our website address is www.nettalklive.com. And if you were to go to our website, you would see on the website, partway down the website, you'd see some buttons. And those particular buttons, what you do is just click on that December 15th button, or that logo there with the camera, click on it, fill it out, and that will automatically get you an invitation to come join us for a live broadcast from Communication Expo. You're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to get a lot of free software. But remember, it's after hours, so you have to have an invitation to attend.
Yes.
So you have to make sure you fill it out. Anyway, let's take an email real quick. I've got an email on my computer. Here, let me pull up my email. And on this particular email, I'm going to read it to you. And kind of, one of the things we do is we answer email over the air. But this particular fellow, his name is T-Boone Fisher, and he's an MD. How about that? T-Boone Fisher. And he asked a question, when will we see cable modem service in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, cable modem service? So let's go over to our gadget guy, Dave. Dave, first off, what's cable modem to our people who've never heard that before? And when can we expect cable modem service in Dallas-Fort Worth?
Okay, cable modem is the next way to get on the net at a very high speed using your cable TV, the same wire that brings you cable. It will probably be a few years before it's available because the cable companies have to do so much build out to make it work. The cable lines you have now, they're just designed to give you information. You can't give data what's called upstream or back to the provider. So probably within the next year, we'll see cable modems that use cable for the downstream, just like the direct PC that we talk about using satellite, and you'll use a modem for the upstream. It'll probably be in a couple years, maybe 3 years, until we get full two-way high-speed cable modems.
Okay, and Dave, I have a question for you. What about what's happened with the industry in making televisions into digital? What does that have to do with the cable industry and internet and that type of thing? Does it have anything to do with it, with the quality of what's going on there?
Yeah, that's a valid point, but not yet. What we're going to see with this convergence when televisions become web surfers, like I said a couple weeks ago with the web TV device, those will eventually be built into the TVs, and we'll see this what's called the convergence of all of these technologies. But we're probably a little farther away from that. First, we'll see the cable integration into the PC, then we'll see further convergence. But it's all designed to make information at our fingertips. So
I'm telling you what, you absolutely know that the internet is catching on when it's going to be built into your television sets.
Right.
That's when you definitely know that the internet is catching on. Anyway, the numbers are 787-1570 or 800-583-1570. I'm looking at my board here. All the lines are lit up. We apologize. That's the way it goes here on Net Talk Live. Just push redial on your phone. That's the easiest way to do it. Just keep on hitting redial and you get through. Let's take our first caller. Let's go to Jake in Dallas.
Hey, Jake, welcome to Net Talk Live tonight. How are you doing?
Real good.
What can we do for you?
I'm trying to find out how I can download 3.0 Netscape down to my computer and then actually upgrade my own browser.
What browser are you using? What web browser are you using right now, Jake?
Using 2.0.
2.0. Well, let's go over to our own webhead. Let's go over to Mark Markham. Mark, Jake says he has Netscape 2.0 and he wants to upgrade browsers. So should he go to 3.0 or what should he go to?
Actually, Netscape has come out with 3.01, which is just kind of a souped-up version of 3.0, fixes some bugs, patches like that. But what you want to do is take your browser that you have now and just point it to, and what we mean by that is up in the URL, the address window, type in home.netscape.com. And if somebody will cut to my computer, I've got that up there right now at the Netscape homepage, and you'll find out that you go down, they've got it real easy, you can't miss it. There's a button that says try it now if you want to download it and try it. Buy it now if you're ready to do it. And if you just want some information, you can get it right there, Johnny, on the spot, right from the web. It'll even if in its smallest form, at a 28.8, it's going to take you a good hour and 15 minutes to download it because it's a pretty good sized package. But there you have it. Go download it, get it, and enjoy.
So, Mark, isn't there a battle between the browsers going on right now trying to decide really which is, I know that Jake's talking about upgrading, but is there some things that somebody should consider? Because right now there's really two predominant browsers. You know, browser lore are what you actually view the internet with. That's the software that allows you to view the internet. And there's like this big conflict between whether it's going to be Netscape or whether it's going to be Microsoft. And I know the field's kind of split on it, Mark. Where do you stand with it right now?
You know, it's really not even so much as a battle as it is a bad Kung Fu B movie. But because really what they're both doing is bringing in a lot of new innovation, and the consumers, you and I, people who are surfing the internet, are really going to benefit from these guys, Netscape and Microsoft, developing the best piece of software. The Explorer right now, in my opinion, I use it because it's a little more advanced. You get a little more features with it. It's faster. It's built right in with Windows 95. But Netscape is doing some things as well. I hear they're going to be coming out with a new version shortly. You're going to see a lot of what we call desktop integration in the next few months with IE 4.0 supposed to come out in December. Netscape's supposed to come out with a real similar version. So, hey, more power to them. Let them battle it out because you and I win. We're going to get the better browser.
I was just going to say that. I mean, we are only going to be the winners because they're fighting to be the best man, aren't they? And is it, do I understand correctly, there can always be several of these browsers.
There can always be several, but what they're trying to do is it's like one-upmanship is what they're trying to do.
I love it.
To see who can do the best one, and we all benefit by it.
That's right.
Definitely. So, Mark, when Jake downloads, all that's going to happen is if he went after the Netscape 3.0 or 3.01, it just actually loads over the 2.0. Is that how it works? Or will it load a separate browser on?
No, what he'll do is he'll download the file into a folder, hopefully a download folder, which is what we recommend.
He'll move the file to his own computer.
That's right.
Okay.
And once he's got it, then he will, I believe Netscape comes as an executable package. Yes, it does. So you would just double click on the file that he downloaded, and it would begin the installation process. Now, he'll be able to choose whether he wants to install it over his old version, or he can usually install it to any other place he wants to. If he wants to run both browsers, you can do that. It's entirely up to him.
Well, Jake, there you go. Hopefully that answered your question, Jake. And by the way, you know you can go to our website if you want to try out the Internet Explorer by Microsoft. You can actually download it off of our website. I think, Mark, going to software or going to newbie? Where do they go?
Well, you want to go into the newbie stuff area on our website, and one of the very first choices you'll have is, of course, the Microsoft Internet Explorer, our very own NetTalk version that has the NetTalk logo in it, and some of our favorite sites picked off automatically when you install. It's a complete package, though. You get the Internet Mail, Net Meeting, News Reader, HTML layout controls, all kinds of good stuff. It's a great package.
So, Jake, how long have you been on the net now?
Done it over 2 years.
Well, hey, you've been around this thing for a while. Why? Just out of curiosity, I'm going to ask this to our listeners tonight, Laura.
Okay.
Jake, why did you get on the internet?
It just has so much information that's totally enjoyable.
That's
Yeah.
great.
There's nothing you can't find if you really want to find it.
It's a lot of fun, isn't it?
It really is.
Jake, we appreciate your
Thank
phone
you.
call.
Thank
Thanks
you,
a lot.
Jake. Bye-bye. You know, Jovan, I mentioned this a few shows back. I was staying in a Borders bookstore, which I love, Borders. Anyway, I'm standing there, and someone's doing a book signing, you know, and this older elderly couple was standing there, and they were talking about the internet. And this couple said, you know, I really don't have any use for it. I don't really, you know, I don't see the attraction for it. And see, I think that people who have never seen it, never played around with it, will really not truly know what the advantages are until they get there. And some of those great television ads going on right now, especially for Microsoft Network and that kind of thing. I mean, wow, they're really
Everybody.
showing it.
There was-
Everybody's showing what you can see now.
And that they're on the net. I was looking at a Red Lobster commercial, and it actually had their web address on a Red Lobster
Red
commercial.
Lobster, that's great.
That's actually pretty interesting. Anyway, let's go to our next call. Let's go to Mike in Plano.
Hi, Mike. Welcome to the show tonight. How are you doing?
Doing fine. Thank you.
Good. You got a question for the guys?
Yeah, I've been noticing on the internet a lot of discussion about U.S. robotics coming out with their 54K modem.
This is a very popular question. We've heard a lot of that in the past several weeks.
And since they did not wait for the industry committee to select a standard, I'm just curious, is it a good thing to jump on, or should you wait until the fallout, I guess?
Real
I know who's
interesting
gonna answer
dilemma,
that.
isn't it, Mike? Real interesting. Let's go over to our gadget guy, Dave. How would you answer it? It's 56K modems, right?
That's right. We're going to give them a couple more K of speed there. 56K. And the question about waiting, I would probably say no. There's two reasons why. A lot of the modems now are flash upgradable. So what that means is software will make these things brand new in January when 56K comes out. So it'll be like a new lease on life for these things.
I was going to say, Dave, so we should all just go out and get one of these newer modems.
That's right.
And and then we can use just plain old software and not have to trade in the old modem like we've had to in the past.
That's right.
Okay.
Now, Motorola has done something that's revolutionary. They have said that they will go so far as to give you new hardware if the 56 modem is not compatible with what will be developed as a standard.
Wow.
Yeah, that's very aggressive on Motorola's part. So
It's very nice.
yes, so you won't be stuck with
That's
a
definitely
flash that might not just be software. Exactly.
That's
Right.
definitely one way to own the marketplace. So basically, real easy, Dave, right? 56 modems basically means the top end line right now on modems is about 28.8, although there's 33.
That's
but
right.
as a general rule, it's 28.8, which is 28,800 basically bits per second, correct?
That is correct. Yes.
And in January, everything goes to 56,000 bits per second, basically meaning you get to surf the net twice as fast come January.
Yes, that's a bit of a misnomer, too. It will be 56K down speed. My email had this question, too, where it'll be high speed down, but low speed up. You'll be at your 33.6 or your 28.8 on the upstream.
So please interpret for me.
Well, the problem comes with analog lines. Most people do not have ISDN at their house, so they've got a noisy connection. And it's not noisy when you do voice, but when you try and squeeze lots of data through that line, it's pretty noisy on it. So what's happening, internet providers like Netcom, America Online, et cetera, have digital connections to the internet. They use high-quality lines, so they can squeeze. They can get that extra edge coming down to you, but when it goes back upstream from you, you don't have that edge, so you have to go at the lower speed, like 33.6.
Okay.
Well-
I think I understand, but I will eventually.
Mike, hopefully that helped you out, Mike.
Good
Mike,
job.
are you really interested in surfing the net at a faster speed?
Yeah, I sure am. Just wanted to I've read so much back and forth on this, and I've even tried posting questions to U.S. Robotics and other people, and you just don't get any response back. That I know one magazine stated that each of the modem manufacturers are claiming a certain percent of the market is committed to their style, and they added up, it comes to 140%. So it's a little bit confusing.
Now we got to decide who's over promoting, right?
Right.
So, Mike, how long have you been on the net, Mike?
Couple years.
Couple of years. Another person been on a couple of years. Why'd you get on the internet?
Just a couple of interests I had. One is I ride a large Goldwing motorcycle, and I knew there was a news group on there for maintaining and riding and enjoying that.
So you're able to communicate with other people that ride motorcycles like you do?
Oh, yeah. And I've been doing some of the internet telephone calling to about 30 different countries around the world. And
Isn't that great stuff?
Oh,
That's
that's great.
I think it's something about the fact that you can use your computer to make a long-distance call, and then you can also kind of go to the long-distance companies.
That and other things, I guess.
I think that's pretty good.
Hey, Mike, in closing here for you, I've got a website for you might want to check out. It is x2.usr.com. You can read about all the press releases they're coming out with on this technology. It's a pretty good website.
Oh, great.
Okay, appreciate it.
Mike, we appreciate your call.
Sure thing, thanks.
Thanks a lot.
Bye, Mike. Thank you very much for your call.
You know, it's real interesting. Come January, the internet game's going to change all over once again. That's what's really great about the show is because it's not the same old stuff time after time after time. Every time the industry changes, there's new information, there's new things to see, there's new sites to see, new photographs, new images. I mean, the internet is basically changing every day. Anyway, I want to tell you to fire up your browsers if you're following along at home and you're on the internet. We're going to send you on a treasure hunt. Okay? Now, what you need to do is you need to go to cityview.com. That's cityview.com. It's real easy. Go to their website. Now, here's the trivia question. You're going to go to somewhere in cityview.com. Okay? You're going to go somewhere in their site. You have to look for it. Now, the first caller that calls us at 787-1011, that's 787-1011, is going to win a copy of the Palace Chat software. It's the new virtual world chat where you actually kind of design your own body, go into a chat room, and talk to people all around the world. It's a $45 software program. Anyway, go into CityView. Here's what I need you to find. Be the first caller to call us at 787-1011 and let me know. Somewhere in the CityView site, there is information that will tell you how many people visit Dallas. We'll call them tourists, okay? How many people visit Dallas and how many attractions attract these people, okay? Now, these particular people spend $2.3 billion in Dallas a year.
Wow.
Okay? $2.3 billion in Dallas a year. Go to the CityView site. Find this information. Tell me how many people visit Dallas annually and how many events are there that attract those people in Dallas alone. It's at cityview.com. The first person that calls me at 787-1011 wins.
I want to mention it. We're area code 214 if they're following along on the AudioNet feed somewhere in the world. They want it. All of a sudden they want that. They can check it out too. Call us at 214.
No, it's 214-787-1011, but you can go to the CityView site for that. Let's take a quick call. Let's go to Dennis in Dallas.
Hi, Dennis. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'd be doing a lot better if I could get on the internet.
Oh,
Okay, well, Dennis, you hang on. When we come back, we are going to go back to Dennis's call. We're going to teach Dennis how to get on the internet. We're going to send you on another treasure hunt, and we're going to tell you how you can win a free web TV, from Net Talk Live, all when Net Talk Live returns. We'll be right back right after this. Hey, Netheads, you wanted more of Net Talk Live? Now you can get it. Every Wednesday night from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., Net Talk Live will be on the air. That's the Internet Chat Airways. Yes, join all the cast and crew of Net Talk Live via chat every Wednesday night from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. at irc.nettalklive.com. We'll answer your questions, chat a lot, give away prizes, and have some great fun. So join me, Jovan, and Laura, and all the cast and crew of Net Talk Live, Wednesday nights from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on chat at irc.nettalklive.com on chat channel #NetTalk. That's Wednesdays, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on irc.nettalklive.com, chat channel #NetTalk. We'll see you there.
No matter where you're going, north, south, east, or west, you can go in style with the all-new Toyota Corolla. With more room, power, and comfort than the Honda Civic, it just makes more sense to drive a Toyota. And choosing the right truck is the same as choosing the right car. It's got to fit your budget, and it's got to fit your needs. Go see your North Texas Toyota dealers and save with 5.9% financing or $1,000 customer cash on your choice of the Toyota Corolla or the Tacoma pickup.
Worried that someone you know has a drinking problem? Watch for these signs. Lies about drinking. Performs poorly at work. Tries to stop drinking but can't. Avoids family and friends. Accelerates use of alcohol. Suffers memory lapses. Loses control. If you have a problem with alcohol, Charter can help. Call Charter at 1-800-CHARTER. If you don't get help at Charter, please get help somewhere.
It's the world's first triple cast. It's Net Talk Live. So boot up your computer, grab your mouse, and join in the fun. Net Talk is everything you need to know about the internet and how to use it. Watch on Hot TV KDFI Channel 27, the live broadcast from the studios of 570 KLIF Radio, and sent worldwide on the internet. It's the world's first triple cast. It's Net Talk Live.
On the next heat of the night,
You're hiding from that girl. Why?
the chief must confront a hidden secret.
My daughter, you're Georgia Farron's child and mine.
She's a child with a shady past
Can't imagine that she wants any advice from me.
and a vast inheritance that threatens her life.
I guess you're the guy that beat up on my daughter.
Now, the chief takes matters into his own hands in the heat of the night.
Monday at 4 on Hot TV 27.
Next on Spring.
She lies every time she goes out to do something.
Well, I have to lie. If I don't lie, then I can't go.
If you don't trust her, why did you marry her? They're jealous husbands, and they're here to learn the truth about their wives.
You believe that she's unfaithful?
Now, with the help of a lie detector, Jerry uncovers the truth.
Have you cheated on Mike in the last 2.5 years?
Jealous husbands are cheating wives. Next, Jerry Springer.
Monday at 9 on Hot TV 27.
Take a good look around. Do you feel the attitude? Do you sense the power? It's a new Texas we live in. Evolving, progressing, even surprising. Nobody gets you closer to this ride called life. Closer to what's really going on. Nobody gets you closer than Fox 4 News. Nobody.
It's the world's first live triple cast. It's Net Talk Live. Sponsored in part by Downlink Technologies 2, North Texas's premier distributor and installer of DirectPC. Don't settle for the information highway when you can have the information Autobahn. DirectPC, it's the internet, just 28 times faster. If you'd like to become a sponsor of Net Talk or have your website or computer product shown on the air, just give us a call.
Well, we're back, and we hope you had a fantastic Thanksgiving, joining us back right after your long, fat, lazy, stuff yourself up with turkey and pie holiday. We hope you had a great time. Thanks for joining us. And we're going to be with you here till midnight doing Net Talk Live, where we're teaching you everything you need to know about the internet and how to use it. Do you have a great Thanksgiving?
Oh, I'm happy right now. Playing great music from compliments of The Zone, KLIF's sister station, new sister station, 93.3 FM. Outstanding music. Of course, my favorite artist, Peter Gabriel, there. But I had a great Thanksgiving. I actually cooked the entire meal, and it turned out really well.
All right. I didn't know you could cook.
Hey, don't insult me, okay?
You did a good job.
I'm actually excellent.
Oh, great.
I think I did a great job. And
Anyway.
I kept my cool, too, so that was the key.
That's good. The number is 787-1570 or 800-583-1570. Give us a call. We apologize. The phone lines are busy. I keep on giving the numbers out simply so you can get it in your redial and do it, because as soon as we take someone off the air when we answer their question, it's just a matter of being the next one in the slot in the rotation where you get in to get to ask your questions on the air. Anyway, let's take an email, because, of course, you can send us email during the show. You can follow along at our website, which is www.nettalklive.com. Everything we're talking about on today's show and the sites we're going to be showing you later on in the broadcast are all on our website, and you can follow along and do that. But let's go to an email real quick. This is from Rosemary Lagrotia. I hope I'm saying that right. It's Rosemary Lagrotti. Says, hi, you're looking good. Would you please explain to me and anyone else who might be interested in sending their credit card information over the net? They want to know, is there any hazard? Here's the exact question. Are there any hazards to sending credit card numbers over the internet to an unsecure site, and is it dangerous?
And I've heard all sorts of different answers on this one.
A lot of people ask that question, and they kind of go back and forth, and it varies. But let's go to our web head, Mark. Mark, how would you answer Rosemary's question there?
Yeah, there can be some danger, Rosemary, in sending your credit card over the internet. The trick is, and it's really kind of simple if you're using Netscape or Internet Explorer, either one, they kind of make it easy for you. First, I'll cover Internet Explorer. In the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see a little padlock. That'll let you know that you're on what's called a secure server. And those servers are fairly safe in order for you to give your credit card number. Not all merchants on the internet use this though. Netscape as well, they have a little key that you'll see is broken most of the time. When you're on a secure server, the key will be fixed, and you'll also have a blue line across the top of your browser that'll let you know that you're on a secure server. Again, a good time in order for you to be able to show that for you to be able to use your credit card number and to get it across pretty safely. If somebody will cut the computer, I was going to show you what one actually looks like when you go onto a secure server. Most of the times it will ask you right up front, with the Internet Explorer anyway, it'll tell you, you're fixing to enter a secure site, do you wish to do this? And you would just click on yes. And then down at the bottom of your web browser, if you're with Netscape, it'll have a little key. If you're using Internet Explorer, you'll have the little lock. See the little lock there in the bottom right-hand corner? Will let you know that you're on a secure server, and then it's safe to give your credit card. The trick is, if you don't use this, there are people out there who have these little programs called packet sniffers.
Called what?
Packet sniffers.
That's not an insult. That's something true.
No, that's very true.
You packet sniffer.
It's a hacker tool. and what these
I think that's an internet insult, you packet sniffer.
Well, the hackers use these to intercept mail and transmissions over the internet, and they're looking for, and believe me, they're really good at it, they just have a string set up that says to look for these 4-digit segmented by a dash mark numbers, and they do it all the time. Do not send out your credit card over anything other than a secure line.
And what's the motivating factor for the guys out there that don't have secure sites? I mean, well, how can you get them to do this?
Numbers. Strictly the numbers.
Strictly numbers.
They're playing a numbers game that if they get 10,000 people to buy their product and 1 or 2 people get hurt by it, oh well.
Yeah.
It's really unfair. A good, solid merchant is not going to use anything other than a secure website to process your transactions.
But the bottom line, Mark, is it safe to send your credit card information over the internet? Yes or no?
On a secure server, yes. On unsecure, don't ever do it. Call the 1-800 number.
So yes, yes and no.
That's the best way to do it.
I learned something on
Anyway,
that
I've got some email. I want to show you this email real quick. I got an email. This actually came in just like a few minutes ago. It's up on my computer, and it's from Dilly at America Online, and it says, Joe Vaughn, what did you do to your hair? So you want to shoot the back of my head here? I have my hair, folks. My hair is still there. I pulled it back into a ponytail. It gets hot here in the studio. You can't see all of the lights and stuff, but that's kind of what happens. All my hair is still here. So Dave, you over there, buddy?
I'm over here looking at your hair.
Yeah. I want you to get a shot of Dave, okay? Because Dave, I'm gonna pull up something for you real quick. Hang on.
Uh-oh. I'm scared of this.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
Magic pull-ups.
Okay, hang on one second.
Pickle Mark.
This is an actual email that came in. You ready for this, Dave?
I
This is for
am
you.
ready.
Live on the air. It came in. It says, Dave Matthews is a doll.
Uh-oh. I'm in trouble now.
So you're getting actually live fan mail on the air there,
Excellent.
Dave.
Oh,
Dave's got the net vote tonight. Dave's a doll.
I want the first
who's
action
that
figure.
from? I got to find out who that's from.
I'll let you know later on the show. Anyway, let's go back to Dennis. We had Dennis in Dallas. And Dennis, you're having a problem getting on the internet?
Yes, I am.
What's going on, buddy?
Okay, whenever I try to get on the internet, usually the first page seldom downloads. It'll start downloading, and then it'll get to the part where it starts trying to open the pictures on it, and then it just completely stops.
Okay, so Dave is looking at pictures on the internet, and when he downloads it, it's not coming across. Dennis wants to know what's going on. We're going to answer Dennis's question of why can't he see what's coming up on his computer, all when Net Talk Live returns right after this very brief message.
Wallace, Craig & Associates, a law firm that represents people injured in accidents. Seeing that justice is served in an accident case can be an involved, technical process. But one thing that doesn't matter is how rich or poor you are. If you need help, call a law firm that operates under the assumption that the law protects everyone. Call a law firm that stands by the people. Call a law firm that works for the people. Wallace, Craig & Associates represent people injured in accidents. Please call 26-LEGAL.
If the hassle of paying your bills puts you off balance, don't get sideways.
Get clicking!
With Quicken, the easy way to keep all your finances straight. Quicken software works just like a checkbook, makes check writing a snap. Now it's easy to see exactly where your money goes and balance your checkbook in minutes. When you're on top of your finances, your life is clicking.
Get clicking with Quicken.
Hot TV asks, do you know which witch? Which witch flies on a big brown broom? Which witch drives a big ugly tank? Which witch casts a spell with the twitch of her nose? Which witch downs brew when things get rough? Which witch has a meddling mother? Which witch is the meddling mother? Two witches, a bag full of tricks. A double dose of Mama's Family brewed around Bewitched. Weeknights at 5 on KDFI Hot TV 27.
To buzz.
If you could change anything about yourself, what would it be?
And get new teeth. Or not to buzz.
So don't you buzz me.
That is the question.
What's the biggest lie you ever told a guy?
I'm going out with my friend.
Hi, I'm Andy Wood, host of Buzz, the game where fast-talking, quick-thinking singles get the date of their dream. So make a date with Buzz.
Monday at 11 on Hot TV 27. What's hot this fall? On Hot TV 27. Mondays are hot nights.
Poltergeist and Baywatch Nights.
Tuesdays are hot effects.
FX the series. And 2.
Wednesdays are hot flicks.
The primetime action movie.
Thursdays are mighty hot.
Hercules and Xena.
And Fridays are hot VODs.
Bounty Hunters and Sinbad.
If it's hot, you've got to watch
Hot TV.
Hot TV 27.
Some fans think hockey comes naturally to Mike Madonna. The fact is, it took a lifetime of commitment, years of hard work, and countless practice shots.
Cold ice, cool game, hot TV.
Is this in my contract?
The hottest shot is Stars Hockey on Hot TV 27.
World's best live triple cast. Watch on Hot TV KDFI Channel 27, the live broadcast from the studios of 570 KLIF Radio and sent worldwide via AudioNet. It's Net Talk Live with your co-host Laura Lewis, Gadget Guy Dave Matthews, Internet News Reporter Leanne Harriet, Webhead Mark Markham, Chat Chick Kim Adams, and your tour guide to the internet and host of Net Talk, Jovan. Net Talk Live is brought to you by Communication Expo, your one-stop low-price communications superstore. Internet, computers, telephones, pagers, cellular, satellite, and services, all connected for solutions. Communication Expo, the first 20,000 square foot communications superstore. Visit us in North Dallas at Beltline and the Toll Road. Sponsored in part by Computer Currents Magazine, your source for computing in the real world. Visit us on the World Wide Web at currents.net. Sponsored in part by cityview.com, your local information and entertainment source. Visit us on the World Wide Web at cityview.com. So boot up your computer, grab your mouse, and join in the fun, learning about the internet and the World Wide Web. If you'd like to become a sponsor of Net Talk or have your website or computer product shown on the air, just give us a call. Follow along with the broadcast of Net Talk Live by going to our homepage at www.nettalklive.com. To send email during the show, address it to nettalk@nettalklive.com.
Get up and do that dance now, Jovan.
What's my Vanilla Ice impression? Is that what I'm supposed to do, or am I supposed to do my David Bowie one here?
He was great.
He was a hit for a while, wasn't he? He's a Dallas boy. Did you know that?
It's too bad he had such a bad demeanor, I hear.
Well, it happens.
He was
Anyway,
cute, though.
we were talking to a Dallas boy. We were talking on the line to Dennis in Dallas, and Dennis was telling us that when he goes out to the internet and surfs the internet, on his browser, his software, and he loads up the page, when photographs or whatever have to come through, he just can't see them. Is that right, Dennis?
Well, usually it's whenever I try to download the very first page. Whenever I first sign on and it starts trying to download the first page, it doesn't even show up whatsoever. It starts trying to download it, and then it just stops.
And it just stalls.
Right.
And nothing else happens. Well, let's go over to our web guy. Mark, how would you answer Dennis's situation and tell him to correct it? What would you do?
First off, I find out, Dennis, what browser are you using?
Actually, I'm with the Microsoft network. Is that what you're talking about?
Right.
Are you using the Internet Explorer or Netscape?
Yes,
or
Internet Explorer.
The Internet Explorer. And which version are you running? Is it?
Actually, I was able to download the 3.0 version off of them.
Okay. And second of all, how fast a modem are you using to connect to the Internet?
It's a 33.6.
Okay. One of the things you might want to do is go in your Internet Explorer, click on View and Options, and check and make sure that you have on the options that you have it selected to show images, sounds, those kind of things, in order for you to be able to see all of those. The other thing that I might check, Dennis, is to check with your provider and make sure that you're actually getting a good solid 33.6 connection. Because there are times when if your connection is not real good, that it'll time out on you, or maybe you just got a bad route and you may need to re-dial up and reconnect again.
Usually that whenever it stops, it usually comes up with an error message that says that whatever I was trying to download is timed out.
Right. Yeah, that's usually a server function. The server that you were connected to doesn't have quite the bandwidth maybe that it needs to in order to give you the good data, good images, and so forth. Sometimes it may be on your end on your dial-up.
Okay. Would it be better to go? I think I've heard y'all say before to go with a local server instead of going with these, like the Microsoft Network, America Online, and so forth.
So now,
okay.
Mark, and you saying the word term server is not the same as internet service provider.
That's right.
So we have to sort of define what server is versus ISP.
Right. I think, Dennis, what I hear you saying now is that you're using the Internet Explorer through the Microsoft Network. Is that correct? Okay. And this is a big reason why you're having trouble downloading websites. It isn't because MSN is so bad. It's just that you're going through another commercial server to actually get out onto the Internet. You're going through a middleman.
Okay.
By all means, get you a local direct connection to the Internet. You've got the tools necessary. IE 3.0 is great for that. Get connected directly. You'll notice your connection speeds will just go crazy, and you'll get stuff so much faster.
Okay. Where would we find these places? I've looked in the yellow pages, and I know there's nothing in there.
There are several in town. One that I like a lot for Dallas-Fort Worth area is Computech. I know Southwestern Bell has brought out a brand new one. They're the new Common Sense connection.
FlashNet would be one.
Right, FlashNet's one.
What would be some others, Jovan?
Well, of course, Dave, which one do you use? You use two different ones in town.
Yeah, OnRamp is my local provider, high speed, and Netcom's when I travel.
Netcom with their travel, and Laura, you have several in town. You'd mentioned FlashNet,
right.
And then of course, you can really, if you're already on the net, and you can surf, you can just go to thelist.com. That's www.thelist.com, Dennis.
Okay.
And just type in your area code, and you will get a cross section of all of the internet service providers in Dallas-Fort Worth with their specs, easy to compare, and you kind of decide what's best for you, or just ask around to other people who use the net.
Asking around is going to be a real good thing. Check out who's had the best service and who's the best.
Anyway, Dennis, that should hopefully answer your question. Good luck surfing the net. Let us know if it solves your problem. We appreciate your phone call. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Anyway,
Jovan, in the middle of that, and I want to make sure I understood what Mark was saying about server versus ISP, and I know, just to get it in a real nutshell, is that talking about a server was just saying that like somebody like America Online or another network like that. Is that what we were referring to?
Well, a server is actually the piece of hardware.
Right.
A server is the hardware that he was trying to connect to. Anyway, it's that time again. It's time for the Computer Currents Internet News. So let's go to Leanne Harriet. Here she is.
Be sure to pick up a free copy of Computer Currents at your local bookstores, computer stores, selected 7-Elevens, and other areas around town. And here's the news. In consumer-related news, if you don't feel like dealing with the crowds while shopping, you can go online to buy parts for your computer. Digital Market Incorporated is launching their first website where people can actually go and shop for parts and pieces for their computers and buy from multiple distributors. If you're interested in tracking the number of clicks to your website, a new tool has been developed that monitors websites in real time. A commercial version of Aqua's Incorporated Bazaar Analyzer was released this week. The program is accessible from any Java-compatible browser. Version 1 of Bazaar Analyzer can be downloaded for free, and version 2 will be priced at $599 for a 5-user license. And finally tonight, if you're a real news junkie and you find yourself online more than not, you may want to download the latest version of the InfoTicker web sprite from Dvorak Development. When run under Windows 95 or Windows NT, web sprite scrolls stock quotes, news headlines, weather forecasts, and sports scores. You can download the free software at their website, which is www.websprite.com. And that's the news. For Net Talk Live and Computer Currents Magazine, I'm Leanne Harriet.
Here we are back. I had to throw in my headsets real quick. He had to wait for me to get my headphone back on. So thanks, Leanne. We were sitting here, and I had to get back on and get my headsets back on because I was writing down some information and stuff. But let's see. What do we see if we got time to take the call.
I have a question for you. Why'd you get on the internet? I know why I did, and I'll answer it right now. You forced me to. Seriously, I was dragged in, thrown in front, working for you with an ISP, and had to literally learn it. And I did not want to do it at that stage of the game. I didn't know why I should, but boy, oh boy, once I got on it, it has just been a great ride. It's wonderful.
I got onto the internet very simply because I realized that from a marketing standpoint, which is all my background, that in broadcasting and in marketing, that the internet was going to be the new way to go. It was going to be the way to reach people and give them more information and get more information to them than any broadcaster or marketer has ever known before. That's what the internet stands for. Anyway, when we come back, we're going to show you some more cool websites. We're going to take the rest of our calls. We got Jerry and Carolyn and Carlton and Paul and others on the line, all when Net Talk Live returns. We're surfing the net. We're having fun. You stay with us. We'll be right back after this very brief message.
More of Net Talk Live. Now you can be on the air. That's the Internet Chat Airways. Yes, join all the cast and crew of Net Talk Live via chat every irc.nettalklive.com. We'll answer your questions, chat a lot, give away prizes, and have some great fun. So join me, Jovan, and Laura, and all the cast and crew of Net Talk Live, Wednesday nights from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on chat at irc.nettalklive.com on chat channel #NetTalk. That's Wednesdays, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on irc.nettalklive.com, chat channel #NetTalk. We'll see you there.
In fact,
change your dial, you'll change your life.
Good morning. Hi, this is Kevin McCarthy on 570 KLIF, home of the Talk Team. Have you heard? If you change your dial, you'll change.
570 KLIF, the Talk Team.
He was arrested like a criminal.
A 5-year-old taken away in handcuffs, a 6-year-old accused of sexual harassment, a 7-year-old suspended for carrying a toy. America is overwhelmed by gangs, drugs, abuse, violent crime. We're prosecuting kids, though, for being kids. Have our schools gone totally mad? In some cases, you will hear young criminals telling their infamous tales. You decide. Suspended for being a kid. Next to Geraldo Rivera Show.
Monday at noon on Hot TV 27. What's hot tomorrow? Hot TV. On Hot TV 27. Tomorrow night at 7 on Poltergeist: The Legacy. The discovery of a strange object unleashes hell's fury and must be stopped. Then at 8, Mitch must face the wrath of an evil and deadly creature when he decides to stop its killings. Tomorrow at 8 on Baywatch Nights. If it's hot, you've got to watch. Hot TV 27 tomorrow night.
Take a good look around. Do you feel the attitude? Do you sense the power? It's a new Texas we live in. Evolving, progressing, even surprising. Nobody gets you closer to this ride called life. Closer to what's really going on. Nobody gets you closer than Fox 4 News. Nobody.
Next on Spring.
She lies every time she goes out to do something.
Well, I have to lie. If I don't lie, then I can't go.
If you don't trust her, why did you marry her?
They're jealous husbands, and they're here to learn the truth about their wives.
You believe that she's unfaithful?
Now, with the help of a lie detector, Jerry uncovers the truth.
Have you cheated on Mike in the last 2.5 years?
Jealous husbands are cheating wives. Next, Jerry Springer.
Monday at 9 on Hot TV 27.
On the next heat of the night,
You hiding from that girl. Why?
the chief must confront a hidden secret.
My daughter, you're Georgia Farron's child and mine.
She's a child with a shady past
Can't imagine that she wants any advice from me.
and a vast inheritance that threatens her life.
I guess you're the guy that beat up on my daughter.
Now, the chief takes matters into his own hands in the heat of the night.
Monday at 4 on Hot TV 27.
We're back. It's the world's best live triple cast. If you or your company needs an exciting and effective website created, then you need the best web development team in the business. The cast and crew of Net Talk Live. Net Talk Live will create a highly effective website for you or your business. Just give us a call at 800-673-3836. That's 800-673-3836. Follow along with the broadcast of Net Talk Live by going to our homepage at www.nettalklive.com. To send email during the show, address it to nettalk@nettalklive.com.
Hey, it's my band.
Yeah, speaking of Dave Matthews Band, I have something for you, Dave. This is a piece of email I want you to answer for me if you can, Dave.
That's good because I sound like a chicken when I sing, so I'll go for the email. I'll stick to this job.
This particular email was sent to us by Ronald Phillips, and he's with Concentric is who he has his connection through, Ronald Phillips. And it says, could you address an article which my wife saw in the Star Telegram, which indicates that phone companies are going to tack on an extra per minute charges because of high internet traffic? Is this true? And, what will this mean for high-use internet surfers? How would you answer that, Dave?
The jury is still out. That's the easy question. Jovan, this is pretty interesting. A Pacific Bell out in California had a switch go down a few months back, and it seems that an internet provider had bought 2,000 telephone lines, and everyone was trying to call in at once and just shut the switch down. That's why the telephone companies want to impose a per-minute charge to buy bigger switches, better connections to allow people to dial in. The problem with modems is most people stay online for hours at a time. With normal voice calls, the average call length is around 5 minutes. So they've got a big problem on their hands. I wouldn't worry too much about it, though, and the reason is this. Pac Bell, Southwestern Bell, all of the telephone companies are now starting to provide internet service, and they're not going to cut their income, their new revenue generating schemes because of like an internet tax or a modem tax, I guess you could call it.
So they're looking at this way to absorb cost, or that's their excuse. It's interesting to see where it's going to shake out.
It's a catch-22, though, because on the other hand, they're providing the connectivity. So the jury's still out. Right now, the FCC is trying to decide what they're going to do. We might be 6 months to a year away from any kind of a decision. So for now, we're safe.
What do you think, Laura? Would you be on the net if you had to pay per the minute?
Well, I don't really know. I mean, I know the good probably outweighs the bad, but it depends upon how much money it's going to cost me.
That's right. A year ago, it used to be a pay per hour for the web. Shell accounts or just email accounts were free per month, and you got maybe through local internet providers here in Dallas before the big ones really took off. You had to pay after your 20 free hours. So we might see a retrovert back to the old days.
Interesting. Well, it's happening in clothing. Maybe it'll happen in internet. Anyway, let's take another email. This particular email came in from Ron Hyde. And says, I thought I would give this a try. You asked for someone to send an email. I used to have CompuServe, and unfortunately I canceled my subscription before I ran up any bills in the chat rooms. This is a guy who's obviously paying by the hour. My question is, are there any chat rooms on the internet that you can talk to people across the country or around the world? And this is a real important one, Laura, because you know, as people get into chat, they literally stay on for hours at a time. They'll chat back and forth. It's a very addictive thing to do. So let's go over to our own chat chick, Kim Adams. Kim, how would you answer Ron's email here?
Hi Jovan. Hi, Ron. How we would answer that, Ron, you would go to our website, www.nettalklive.com, and go to the Join Chat icon, and there you'll see two different ways you can chat. You can chat through MIRC or Perch, and you can download those right from our website. And once you do, it'll have all the listings of the channels on there, and you can chat anywhere with anyone from around the world.
So the listings are automatically listed there, aren't they, Kim? When you go in and you enroll.
Yes, they are.
Is it listed as servers? Is that how it works?
It's listed as channels. I believe there are servers, and then once you get on a server, then all the channels you can chat from the different servers.
Kim is actually chatting throughout the show for this 2-hour duration, and this is our resident chat chick. And for people who have never heard of chat before, all it is just a bunch of people talking about our show while we're on the air, and it's sort of like you can go in and find chat groups with the common interests. From, I guess, pink feathers to tortoises that have yellow shells or something.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun during the show, and I want everyone to come register for the Christmas party. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can meet all the staff, and it's just chatting is great, and everyone needs to get on and try and come chat with me. We're having a great time. And
actually, Wednesday night was pretty good, wasn't it?
Oh, it was a blast.
You joined us from where? You were in Austin?
I was in Austin. I was in Austin with all my friends and hanging out and just had a great time
and
chatting.
Wednesday night we had a chat party, as we say, from 8 to 10 p.m., and we'll do it again this Wednesday.
Every Wednesday night, we'll do it from 8 to 10. We had a chat party. Some of the people we had on, I'm going to give you some names real quick. Bluebeard, Ice Princess, Rick, Rush 66, Sleepy One, Looking, Frisbee, M. Woot, TV Junkie, Nightside, Jerk, and others. Those were some of the people that actually joined us Wednesday night during chat. But that's one of the phenomenons of the internet is chat. You can have a lot of fun doing it. Anyway, hang with us. We'll be right back taking more calls and answering your questions about the internet, all right after this very brief message.
So there are two kinds of values. There's values, as in things you believe in. Then there's value, like getting your money's worth, both of which you will find in the totally redesigned Camry. We raised the standard and lowered the price. The new Camry. Smoother, quieter, more affordable than ever.
Hot TV asks, do you know which witch? Which witch flies on a big brown broom? Which witch drives a big ugly tank? Which witch casts a spell with the twitch of her nose? Which witch downs brew when things get rough? Which witch has a meddling mother? Which witch is the meddling mother? Two witches, a bag full of tricks. A double dose of Mama's Family brewed around Bewitched. Weeknights at 5 on KDFI Hot TV 27.
To buzz.
If you could change anything about yourself, what would it be?
And get new teeth. Or not to buzz.
So don't you buzz me!
That is the question.
What's the biggest lie you ever told a guy?
I'm going out with my friend. Hi, I'm Andy Wood, host of Buzz, the game where fast-talking, quick-thinking singles get the date of their dream. So make a date with Buzz.
Monday at 11 on Hot TV 27. What's hot this fall? On Hot TV 27. Mondays are hot nights.
Poltergeist and Baywatch Nights.
Tuesdays are hot effects.
FX the series. And 2.
Wednesdays are hot flicks.
The primetime action movie.
Thursdays are mighty hot.
Hercules and Xena.
And Fridays are hot bods.
Bounty Hunters and Sinbad.
comes naturally to Mike Madonna. The fact is, it took a lifetime of commitment, years of hard work, and countless practice shots.
Cold ice, cool game, hot TV.
Is this in my contract?
The hottest shot is Stars Hockey on Hot TV 27.
We're back with the world's first live triple cast. It's Net Talk Live. Brought to you by AudioNet, the broadcast network on the internet.
Well, there you go. Shot for our TV viewers of the reunion ball downtown Dallas. Isn't that great? Get a good, clear night like tonight. You get to look at it. Laura, did you notice the moon today outside?
No, I didn't.
The moon was like out of Independence Day. It was just kind of hanging up there. I thought actually pretty cool. And you could see the moon all day today.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
It was really nice.
It makes me kind of unenlightened, I guess.
I didn't say that, not at all.
I just want to say, I was just dancing and moving around. We did have an email. Some woman critiqued us saying, what are these chicks doing gyrating in our opens and all that stuff? And you know what? I just want to say one thing. I was like this exercise dance guru in the mid to late 80s in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and I'm a frustrated dancer who wanted to go to Broadway. I got to get it out somehow.
So there's your answer.
So there you go. That's why I did
Anyway,
that.
let's take a call. Let's go to Carlton in Dallas.
Hi, Carlton. Welcome to the show this evening.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, doing just great. I hope you are too.
Oh, yes, just holding on for a while.
Okay, well, thanks for being patient. What can we do for you?
Okay, well, I'd like a little information on how I would go about setting up a business website.
So you want to set a business website up on the internet. Carlton, what kind of business?
Okay, well, basically wholesaling. Over 21,000 different products, everything from computer systems to VCRs to...
Wow. That's a lot of stuff. Well, let's go over to our webhead. Hey, Mark, how would you answer Carlton's question?
Well, Carlton, what you would do is package up your nearest Walmart and stuff it onto a connection. and no, actually, doing a business website is not just fun and games anymore. There are a lot of good developers out there that you need to get some help from. If you're not real familiar with doing it, if you don't know what you're doing, get some help. Give them a call and tell them exactly what you want. You can set up a site that does automatic cataloging and database for online ordering. The sky is the limit. Your imagination will take you wherever you want to.
So, Mark, if Carlton's going out to a web developer and he wants to develop a website, what does he need to get together to give to a web developer to create that site?
Just bring his ideas. Just to bring the ideas that he has or any information that he may have about his business and how he conducts his business. And a good web developer will be able to build and develop an entire site that fully functionalizes his business on the web, including the marketing techniques and strategies and all those things that we want to incorporate to make the site useful.
So if we gave Carlton 3 things in brief, Mark, what would be the 3 things that Carlton can accomplish with a business website?
Money, and more money.
Oh, gosh. But you know what, Mark? I was going to say they could do that. If they didn't have the resources, they could do what you did way back when and learned it all themselves.
That's right. You can do it the hard way, which is get on the internet and do all the research yourself, and it would take you a good 6 to 9 months to even get in a position to make the decision. Or you could save some time. Call somebody to help you. The consulting fees usually are pretty small, or you can get one of the ones that offer the free analysis like we do, Jovan. Carlton, if you call 1-800-673-3863, is that the right number?
Yeah, 673-3836.
3836, there you go. We will help you do that as a service to our viewers and audience. Be glad to do that with you.
Yeah, that's one of the things we do. If you have a website, you're thinking about getting your business website on the internet, you can give us a ring and we'll help you kind of evaluate it and kind of point you into the right direction. When we come back, we're going to be giving away a free web TV, or at least telling you how to do it, all when Net Talk Live returns right after this.
Fox TV Sports play Wallace Craig & Associates, a law firm that represents people injured in accidents. Careless drivers take a lot of chances with their lives and with yours. Trial lawyers have a front row seat to the devastation that careless drivers inflict upon the lives of others. If you've been hurt, the sooner you call Wallace Craig & Associates, the better. Call a law firm that stands by the people. Call a law firm that works for the people. Wallace Craig & Associates represents people injured in accidents. Please call 26-LEGAL.
What's hot tomorrow? On Hot TV 27. Tomorrow night at 7 on Poltergeist: The Legacy. The discovery of a strange object unleashes hell's fury and must be stopped. Then at 8, Mitch must face the wrath of an evil and deadly creature when he decides to stop its killings. Tomorrow at 8 on Baywatch Nights. If it's hot, you've got to watch. Hot TV 27, tomorrow night.
On the next heat of the night,
You hiding from that girl. Why?
the chief must confront a hidden secret.
My daughter, you're Georgia Farron's child and mine.
She's a child with a shady past
Can't imagine that she wants any advice from me.
and a vast inheritance that threatens her life.
I guess you're the guy that beat up on my daughter.
Now, the chief takes matters into his own hands in the heat of the night.
Monday at 4 on Hot TV 27.
Take a good look around. Do you feel the attitude? Do you sense the power? It's a new Texas we live in. Evolving, progressing, even surprising. Nobody gets you closer to this ride called life. Closer to what's really going on. Nobody gets you closer than Fox 4 News. Nobody.
What's hot tomorrow? On Hot TV 27. Tomorrow night at 7 on Poltergeist: The Legacy. The discovery of a strange object unleashes hell's fury and must be stopped. Then at 8, Mitch must face the wrath of an evil and deadly creature when he decides to stop its killings. Tomorrow at 8 on Baywatch Nights. If it's hot, you've got to watch. Hot TV 27, tomorrow night.
He was arrested like a criminal.
A 5-year-old taken away in handcuffs, a 6-year-old accused of sexual harassment, a 7-year-old suspended for carrying a toy. America is overwhelmed by gangs, drugs, abuse, violent crime. We're prosecuting kids, though, for being kids. Have our schools gone totally mad? In some cases, you will hear young criminals telling their infamous tales. You decide. Suspended for being a kid. Next, Geraldo Rivera Show.
Monday at noon on Hot TV 27.
It's the world's best live triple cast. Watch on Hot TV KDFI Channel 27, the live broadcast from the studios of 570 KLIF Radio and sent worldwide via AudioNet. It's Net Talk Live with your co-host Laura Lewis, Gadget Guy Dave Matthews, Internet News Reporter Leanne Harriet, Webhead Mark Markham, Chat Chick Kim Adams, and your tour guide to the internet and host of Net Talk, Jovan. Net Talk Live is brought to you by Communication Expo, your one-stop low-price communications superstore. Internet, computers, telephones, pagers, cellular, satellite, and services, all connected for solutions. Communication Expo, the first 20,000 square foot communications superstore. Visit us in North Dallas at Beltline and the Toll Road. Sponsored in part by Computer Currents Magazine, your source for computing in the real world. Visit us on the World Wide Web at currents.net. Sponsored in part by cityview.com, your local information and entertainment source. Visit us on the World Wide Web at cityview.com. So boot up your computer, grab your mouse, and join in the fun, learning about the internet and the World Wide Web. If you'd like to become a sponsor of Net Talk or have your website or computer product shown on the air, just give us a call. Follow along with the broadcast of Net Talk Live by going to our homepage at www.nettalklive.com. To send email during the show, address it to nettalk@nettalklive.com.
Well, welcome back to Net Talk. That's Pete, and he's Race Talk. We're Net Talk. You can listen to him right here on 570 KLIF. And, of course, that's who you talk to when you call in. Tonight's obviously Peter Gabriel night. Right, Jeff?
Jeff, he's trying to get my good graces.
Are you
there.
doing? Are you,
Thank
Jeff?
you, Jeff. He
Jeff,
really
are you? Yeah, that's right. He chimes into our headphone, says he's sucking up to Laura. So, or there you
Thank
go.
you
You're
so
Peter
much.
Peter Gabriel.
Thank you.
Anyway, you're joining Net Talk Live. Let me give you the numbers to know. They're 787-1570 or 800-583-1570. Those are the phone numbers for the show. You can call in and ask your questions. We do apologize simply because the lines are busy. We have tons of phone lines. It's just a lot of people have questions about the internet, and that's the way it goes. Just put it into your redial, and you will get in. You can follow along on our website at www.nettalklive.com, and you can send us email. Our email is nettalk@nettalklive.com. We literally get hundreds of emails every single broadcast, so there's no way we can answer everyone on the air, but we do answer you off the air and try to get you an email back and answer your questions.
Within a reasonable amount of time.
We attempt to. Sometimes, Laura, we have gotten over 1,000 emails from one single broadcast.
Right, and we apologize if we have not responded to your email sometimes. It's just too much for just a few people.
I would tell you,
we try.
I would tell you, folks, we love each and every one of you. We appreciate your emails. We appreciate your phone calls. This is your show. We make it happen for you, and you do it by calling in because we answer your questions. That's what we're here for.
By the way, I wanted to mention to you when I was working out on the stepper the other morning, these morning shows are all becoming extremely interactive. I love, one of my favorite shows is Fox After Breakfast. I love the show. Literally, it is at, I believe, 10 to 11 in the morning on Channel 4. Great show, and that was interactive before all the others. And, there's email, there's fax, there's all that. Very interesting, very interesting. A couple, I don't even remember the name of the show, just a host, a male and a female, and they're talking, and they're sitting up there and talking about we're live now, and here's some email, and it was very interesting. It really was. I was impressed. I thought, they're catching on with us now.
Yeah, they're kind of behind the times. We kind of beat them to the punch because what you can do here is you can call into the show, and you can email in your questions, and you can fax in your questions, and you can watch us on TV, and you can hear us on the radio, and you can listen to us through your computer anywhere in the world. Anyway, speaking of email, let's go to an email that came in. This particular email came from Robert Thompson, and it says, my IBM compatible, or his IBM clone, sometimes did not recognize my CD-ROM. How do I get it back online? I've tried to reinstall the driver, but it's like my CD is not connected, and he basically told us about his computer.
So all this jargon means?
His CD-ROM is not working.
Which is the bit.
The lights are on, but nobody's home.
That's right. His CD-ROM is not working. So what you need, Robert, is a gadget guy. So let's go over to our gadget guy. Hey, Dave.
I'm the your personal gadget guy. Okay. What you should do, Robert, is it sounds like you're trying to plug the CD-ROM into the sound card. Let's eliminate that point of failure and instead plug your CD-ROM drive into the same connector that your hard drive uses. That might eliminate the point of failure that you could be getting with the CD-ROM drive.
Are you talking about like hooking up the things on the back of the computer, Dave? Or
no, this is all inside, so you got to get down and dirty, pop the case.
This is something I probably wouldn't do.
Nah, but you have a Macintosh, you don't need to. You just plug it in and it works. Right?
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
That's exactly right.
So, see, we were being nice to Max, and you weren't ready for that.
I know, I was. I was just in shock for a moment there. You had me paralyzed. I thought this is a trap.
You temporarily cringed there. So, is it really that? I mean, is that a complicated procedure Robert needs to do, or what?
Not too complicated. If he is, happy to take his case off, which it seems like he has some aftermarket parts. The Creative Labs hardware doesn't usually come with most computers. It's normally something that you'd put in there on your own anyway. So it seems to me that without talking to him, that he's already been in there and gotten down and dirty. So he could just find the cable on the motherboard that usually it says secondary IDE. And that's the slot for this cable for the CD-ROM.
And Dave, you don't like the term like geek. What's the term that you would like to be called? Is somebody like you or?
I like guru.
Okay. But you know what I mean.
He's not a geek. He's a guru.
The folks out there who really know what's happening out on the internet. What's the word these days?
Web pro.
Web Pro, I don't know. We got to come up with something. We're web heads here.
I don't like to be put in a box.
Netheads.
Can't put me in a box. So just call me a guru.
That's right. That's right. You drive a cool car, got a cool house, and you're a real person that just likes gadgets.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, Jovan, back to this email thing. You know, you got me in trouble because now all my friends, instead of being on chat tonight, have been following my email, and all my friends are giving me trouble about the little fan mail I got.
Well, you know, Dave, that's what happens when you're a doll. But guys, I want you to cut to my. Since Dave's a doll, you know, it's interactive. You can immediately respond to the show. I want you to show my email, if you would, please, on my computer that sits with me. And Laura, this one's from you, and this is from Whitford at AOL.com, and it says, Jovan, since Dave has been told he is a doll, it is only fair that Laura knows that she is a doll also. I love her hair. and her great smile.
Oh,
Thanks,
that's
Eagle
it.
Eye.
Well, thank you very much.
There you
All
go.
right, Laura.
Some
Are you
live,
jealous, Dave?
live
No, 'cause
interactive.
right now we're 1 for 1.
Okay.
Live.
Interactive love mail. I like it.
You know what? For some reason, Dave, when you made the comment we're 1 for 1, I probably think Laura's going to end up whipping
This
us
is
all.
true. As pretty as I am, that's probably
I don't
true.
know.
She's gonna beat us all night. Hey, Mark, what's going on in chat over there? You have chat on your computer? Let's kind of.
They're coming up with all kinds of names for a gadget guy to be used. The only one I've seen that we could actually probably use on air is a supreme technologist. Dave, that's you.
Well, there's somebody.
there you go.
Supreme technologist.
There's
I'll handle
somebody
that.
named
Thank you,
Bear.
Bluebeard.
There's somebody there named Bear saying Dave's so cute, and that was Bear's wife
Well, I
said
see
that.
Pounce. Pounce wants to put a little movie on our website about my dance, which, you know.
Oh, I would love to see that.
That's called the Gadget Wiggle.
That's right.
Gadget Gonzo.
And if you think our intro is bad, just watch 90210. I think ours is great.
If you say so. Anyway, let's take a call. Let's go to Paul in Denton.
Howdy, Paul. Welcome to the show this evening.
Hey, I just want to say y'all have a terrific show, and I'm having a problem getting on y'all's webpage.
Oh, gosh.
Well, Paul, have you turned on your computer yet?
Yeah. I'm not at a computer. I'm at a friend's house.
Poor
But,
Paul.
I catch your show every chance I get, and I really like it.
We appreciate
and
it.
You can go to every other web page, just about whenever I try to go to your web page, the top part of the microphone appears, and then it just stops.
What's the deal here?
Okay, Webhead, this is your bailiwick, my friend.
Oh, here we
you
go.
need to explain to Paul what gives.
This would go beat up the webmaster. Paul, did you send me an email last week about this?
Yes, I did.
I knew it was you the whole time.
See, we read. See that? We
That's
read
right.
every
You're
single
right.
email that
That's
comes
right.
in, gets
And
read.
I sent you an answer, too, didn't I?
Well, I did it from a friend's computer because I didn't have y'all's email address, so I had to go to his computer to use his webpage, so he probably got my answer.
He probably did. And you might want to check that, because I went through a couple of things, actually, when I was looking at that. You're going to have, there's so many different things that could cause that to happen. One, your connection, like we talked about earlier. Another would be the options that you have set in your web browser. Are you set up to see graphics? We do have a lot of graphics on our website.
I do have the graphics to where I can see them.
Okay. The other thing is, and if you are using IE or Netscape?
Netscape. I downloaded the newest version about 2 weeks ago.
Okay. Well, I'm going to personally take the hit here. Javon, y'all make note of this.
Now, Mark, you let them know. Did I beat you up about this
No.
just 48 hours ago?
That's right. No, on Wednesday night, in chat, we found out that one of the changes that we had made to our website after the show Sunday, for some reason, made Netscape see nothing whatsoever.
Oh, wow.
And so what we had to do was take out, you'll notice on our website today that we no longer have an image map for our main images for the website. We had to remove the image map because it's no longer functional with Netscape browsers. We removed that and gone back to some simple HTML coding, and you should have no more problems with that from now on. We've checked it with every version down to and under 2.0, and you should be all right.
So, Mark, what was it? This new release had some sort of new catch in it in Netscape that actually everybody should know about what this change is because it affects everybody that has a website.
Yeah, we were using a thing called a client-side image mapping. In other words, we sent an HTML code to your browser to tell you how to use the image map rather than you clicking on the image map and then the server giving you the right page. And the client-side image mapping no longer was working for some reason with the newest version of Netscape 3.01. That's how we found out about it, and we apologize for the delay, but we got it fixed by Friday night. I guess it was probably repaired.
So, Paul, what that goes to show you is if you're as heavily involved in the internet as we are, you actually become intuitive, and we know what you're thinking before you even ask the question. And we fixed it even before we got your phone call.
Mark probably has a packet sniffer on.
Keep up the good work, y'all.
Thanks, Paul. We appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, it's real interesting. It goes to show the net's changing every day, right, Mark? And it kind of happens and it changes, and you got to really keep up with
Absolutely. These net heads are really what help us to build our website because all the feedback we get helps us so much. And going through and setting up the website and making changes, we listen to their feedback to make the images smaller and to make the pages move faster. And so, because we believe in a dynamic website, it should be changing all the time. We're going to change it to fit the viewers' needs, and hopefully they'll continue to like it for us.
Well, what I want to do real quick is I want to drive everybody to our website. If you're following along at home, okay, I want to drive you to our website at www.nettalklive.com. And if you'll go down to the middle of the page, you will see a little button. It looks like a TV set that says Web TV. Web TV. Web TVs are kind of the hottest Christmas gift this year. It's where you can surf the internet via your television set. You can surf the net. Okay, this is a great gift for your kids. They don't have to get on your big computer. We are giving them away. But there's two things I have to tell you. We were going to give away one we gave away one last week. And we were going to give away one this show and the next show. I have personally decided, so I will take the hit. I am going to give away both of those web TVs, not one this show, not one the next show, but we are going to give them away in person on the air December 15th at Communication Expo. So when you sign up for your web TV, make sure you go over and sign up to be at our live event December 15th, right next to it. Click on it, fill it out, and sign up to join us at Communication Expo. You have to be present to win your web TV. I'm going to call your name on the air. You'll be there in the store, and we are going to personally hand deliver your web TV to you.
And Jovan, I got to show you something. One of the things I do during the breaks is I read things that don't have anything to do with the show, like Self Magazine. Wait, where has this? Wait, how can I do this? Over here?
Right there.
Right there, Rana. How can we
You
get
got that?
Rana? Oh, well,
There
here
you
we go. Right there. Self Magazine, December issue. And I'll turn it around in a minute. I'll read it first. Actually, here it is, if you can kind of see it. This is an ad. I think it's rather interesting. Trying to find advertising that works to teach people about what the Internet is. And on television and paper publications like this. It's kind of a tricky thing. And I started reading this. I had no idea what it was. I didn't even see what the logo was, but it is for web TV. It says your butt. It's practically a fixation. You look at it in the mirror. You exercise it. You dress it so it looks good. You pinch it for firmness like a melon. How can we help improve it? Sit on it and find out. And in the small print, it says the Internet, the ultimate resource, now showing on a TV near you. And they go on to describe it by you just need a subscription to the web TV network, an internet terminal from Sony or Philips Magnavox, and a few basic remote control skills. And it tells you to click on fitness, and there you'll find all sorts of sites like the Bod Shop, or conduct your own search and email it to a friend. It says your mind, your butt will never be the same. And that's literal. That's what it's about, isn't that? I'll try it one more time.
It's sit on your butt and get fit.
And, you know, sit on your butt and find out about it. And this is a nice example, Jovan, to say this is how you can use the Internet. And web TV is a great place to start for many people to kind of go in and say, hey, how can I find out how to improve myself in some way? And in this case, it's your body, and you can do it.
So, Dave, tell our, when we come back, I want you to tell our viewers exactly how these web TVs work. Because, folks, this is a $400 item. It's a Sony web TV, and we're giving them away. You still have time to enter. Go to our website, okay, at www.nettalklive.com, because we're going to give away two more December 15th, absolutely free. You can win. We want to see you live. You're going to get hundreds of dollars worth of software, and I'm going to tell you more. We'll be right back.
Hey, Netheads, you wanted more of Net Talk Live? Now you can get it. Every Wednesday night from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., Net Talk Live will be on the air. That's the Internet chat airways. Yes, join all the cast and crew of Net Talk Live via chat every Wednesday night from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. at irc.nettalklive.com. We'll answer your questions, chat a lot, give away prizes, and have some great fun. So join me, Jovan, and Laura, and all the cast and crew of Net Talk Live. Wednesday nights from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on chat at irc.nettalklive.com on chat channel #NetTalk. That's Wednesdays, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on irc.nettalklive.com, chat channel #NetTalk. We'll see you there.
So many Internet services, but who to choose? Y Network is the original $99 a year Internet provider. No hourly rates or other hidden charges, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Y Network is the highest quality provider at the lowest price, just $99 plus a one-time non-refundable $12 setup fee. Call now toll-free, 1-888-4YNET to sign up. So if the question is who, the answer is why, the Y Network.
Worried that someone you know has a drinking problem? Watch for these signs. Lies about drinking. Performs poorly at work. Tries to stop drinking but can't. Avoids family and friends. Accelerates use of alcohol. Suffers memory lapses. Loses control. If you have a problem with alcohol, Charter can help. Call Charter at 1-800-CHARTER. If you don't get help at Charter, please get help somewhere.
Take a good look around. Do you feel the attitude? Do you sense the power? It's a new Texas we live in. Evolving, progressing, even surprising. Nobody gets you closer to this ride called life. closer to what's really going on. Nobody gets you closer than Fox 4 News. Nobody.
If it's caught on tape, it's on real TV. They say lightning never strikes twice, but this guy is brave enough to make a living shooting these 100 million volt outbursts of nature's fury. Then catch the car chase that has police begging drivers to get out of the way, and the finale that ends in one big blowout. Plus, it's a 100-foot drop straight down, and this mountain biker is making his descent head first. Amazing people, incredible events. They're all on real TV.
Monday at 6:30 on Hot TV 27. What's hot this fall? On Hot TV 27. Mondays are hot nights.
Poltergeist and Baywatch Nights.
Tuesdays are hot effects.
FX the series. And 2.
Wednesdays are hot flicks.
The primetime action movie.
Thursdays are mighty hot.
Hercules and Xena.
And Fridays are hot bods.
Bounty Hunters and
Live triple cast. If you or your company needs an exciting and effective website created, then you need the best web development team in the business. The cast and crew of Net Talk Live. Net Talk Live will create a highly effective website for you or your business. Just give us a call at 800-673-3836. That's 800-673-3836. Follow along with the broadcast of Net Talk Live by going to our homepage at www.nettalklive.com. To send email during the show, address it to nettalk@nettalklive.com.
Yes, that's it. It's Net Talk Live. Here we are in the last stretch. Not the last segment, but we're kind of spinning along here, having a great time on the internet, teaching you everything you need to know about the internet and the World Wide Web.
Sounds like a true broadcaster to me.
You like that? The internet and the world. Wait, I'm supposed to do this. Hang on, I did it wrong, folks. The internet, no. And isn't that the way they're supposed to do it? Was it laughing? Am I showing my age when you say, remember the old guy laughing used to stick his...
What's outstanding.
Laughing? Yeah, Mark, like, you don't know what laughing is.
Come on, Mark.
I can run, but I can't hide.
Yeah.
You're a boomer, and you have to admit it. Anyway, Mark, by the way, I got an email for you. Ready? This one is from Michael Sims. Michael Sims. I don't have it up on my computer, but it says here...
That's my last
one. That's a good one.
Actually, that's... Laura,
Thank you.
what are you doing showing that same emails talking about what you're a doll?
I have nothing to do with that.
Laura puts up her same email
Nothing.
on there saying she's a doll. Would
Nothing to do with it.
Quit tooting your own horn there. Anyway, this email came from Michael Sims. It says, how do I search the net for complete phrases rather than taking it, his phrase, word by word? The example, he says, I'm looking for first-time home buyers. He says, but I don't want to search for it, doing it word by word by word to try to figure out what it is. And that's Michael Sims in Dallas. So, Mr. Webhead, how can we make this work for Michael and do searches on the internet?
Michael, I don't blame you, because when I did the single word search for home buyers, first-time programs, it came up with over 100,000 results. So I wouldn't want to sort through all that either. And I'm going to draw your attention to my computer screen because I have up the Alta Vista search engine. And what I did was I did the first search just like that. Like you did, and then the next one I selected.
And it came up with 100,000 different matching websites or something.
Right, exactly. Actually, it maxed out at 100,000. I'm sure there were more.
Okay.
Then I went into the advanced feature. See where my mouse cursor is, where it says advanced, and I went into the advanced query, and I just simply put in the words "and" in between each word.
Oh, I see. So what you did, you did first and, time and, home and, buyer and, programs.
That's right.
Advanced syntax.
That's right. A real simple way to do this. And then I also put down in the bottom that I wanted it to contain all of these words, and I also wanted it to start no earlier than the 1st of May, 1996.
Oh.
And then we just clicked it on Submit Advanced Query. And here, hopefully in just a
So
second.
now what the and did, Mark, is the and basically strung them together so it looks for them in that sequence. Is that how it works?
Right. It pulls them all together, and it goes through it through the index looking for everything that has them all together, where it's first and home.
Okay,
and
so
time.
instead of
That's right.
finding everything on the net that says first, and instead of finding everything on the net that's a home or a buyer, which it can do if you just type it in there loosely like that individually, it strung them together to make them, meaning it has to appear in this sequence.
And Jovan,
That's exactly right.
And guys, just for me to clarify, for newbies out there who are not on the net, this is called a search engine, which is not the same thing as a browser.
No, the search engine is basically a website on the internet, Laura, where all the information on the net is cataloged for you. It's right at your fingertips. It's all there for you to use. And what Mark's done is he's gone to a very popular search engine on the internet typed Alta Vista. And so, Mark, you did this search for Michael. It maxed out at 100,000 sites that contained information on it. And when you strung them together, what happened?
We came up with 2,000.
Is that what's on your browser?
Yeah,
Is that
come
what's
up with
on now?
2,000 that
From
got on
May
my
1st,
computer right now.
1996?
Yeah, over
Wow.
2,000. Or actually, right at 2,000. Actually, if you
there's
wanted
an
to
April.
even make it more regional, like Texas or Oklahoma or even Dallas County or Tarrant County, you could even make it much smaller than that and make it work just wonderful. It's a great engine. I love Alta Vista for doing them tight queries. It's a lot of fun that way. And by the way, Javon, I've got a hot site that we've got to cover real quick.
Fire away.
We didn't get to go into a lot of sites, but I want to draw your attention because it's coming up soon. It's going to be the Internet World Exposition in New York City. Boy, if it's about the internet, this is the place to be. And you see it up there on the screen right now. This website is a humdinger of a website. And inside there are links to what they call pavilions. And within the pavilions are other links to websites. And I mean, these are some of the best websites in the world. If you want to go to websites and you want to see what's happening on the internet, right here's where to do it. Your own award-winning team of internet developers are going to be there in New York. Brandon Brown, actually, who was one of my chief graphics designers, is going to be there representing CafeNet, which won an award, as you know, we talked about last week. So
That's
he'll
right.
be there.
Out of 1 million sites, these Mark and Brandon won, and it was one of 50. Anyway, let's take a quick call. Let's go to Angelo in Duncanville.
Hi, Angelo. Welcome to the show.
Hi, how you doing?
Great.
Just fantastic. What can we do for you?
I have a TV tuner card, which should work with my video card to bring up a television screen on my computer. And I'm trying to get it to, it keeps locking up. It'll bring up the television, but then when I try to change some of the settings in it, like change the station or some of the favorite channels, it'll lock up, and I'll have to reboot my computer to get it going again.
You know, Laura, this is an interesting technology here that Angelo's using. You can now buy a little card that goes in your computer that allows you to watch TV and use your computer at the same time, or just watch TV over your computer, like you could be watching Net Talk and surfing the sites we're talking about.
You?
I don't have that in mine.
I'm surprised.
It's the newest option. It's one of the newest. I'm waiting for a particular one that's going to be coming out. But Dave, how would you answer Angelo's question? What's going on here making his computer lock up?
I, of course, have it. So I've been through all of the problems and trials and tribulations of this.
Why, of course, you're gadget guy.
Right. Able to surf the web with a single cable connection or something like that. Okay, let's get some background info on this. Tell me about your computer operating system, first of all.
It's Windows 95.
Okay, and the computer, is it a Pentium or a 46?
It's a Pentium.
Okay, and the TV board, it's not an Intercast board, is it?
No, it's an...
Give me that.
By STB.
STB, okay. What about your video card? What kind of video board do you have in this thing?
I actually went out and bought a new video card that's by STB, too.
Okay. And do the video board, I guess the monitor cable, does it plug into the TV tuner board and then into your monitor? Does it kind of do like what's called a pigtail or a piggyback?
No, it actually, the video card and the tuner card aren't connected at all. The tuner card is a PCI bus, which is the first one I've seen that's a tuner board that's PCI bus.
Okay. And have you checked the website for the latest drivers?
Yes.
Okay. And you are using the latest drivers?
Right.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what we're going to do, Dave. Dave, I'm going to stick you on the line with Angelo as we go to this very brief break. We're going to find out why Angelo's computer is locking up when he tries to watch television over his computer. It's the newest technology. A lot of people are doing it. We'll tell you about it when we come back right after this.
The 570 KLIF, it's the world's first triple cast. It's Net Talk Live. So boot up your computer, grab your mouse, and join in the fun. Net Talk is everything you need to know about the internet and how to use it. Watch on Hot TV KDFI Channel 27, the live broadcast from the studios of 570 KLIF Radio, and sent worldwide on the internet. It's the world's first triple cast. It's Net Talk Live.
What's hot tomorrow? On Hot TV 27. Tomorrow night at 7 on Poltergeist: The Legacy. The discovery of a strange object unleashes hell's fury and must be stopped. Then at 8, Mitch must face the wrath of an evil and deadly creature when he decides to stop its killings. Tomorrow at 8 on Baywatch Nights. If it's hot, you've got to watch. Hot TV 27, tomorrow night.
He was arrested like a criminal.
A 5-year-old taken away in handcuffs, a 6-year-old accused of sexual harassment, a 7-year-old suspended for carrying a toy. America is overwhelmed by gangs, drugs, abuse, violent crime. We're prosecuting kids, though, for being kids. Have our schools gone totally mad? In some cases, you will hear young criminals telling their infamous tales. You decide. Suspended for being a kid. Next to Geraldo Rivera Show.
Monday at noon on Hot TV 27.
Some fans think hockey comes naturally to Mike Madonna. The fact is, it took a lifetime of commitment, years of hard work, and countless practice shots.
Cold ice, cool game, hot TV.
Is this in my contract?
The hottest shot is Stars Hockey on Hot TV 27.
He was arrested like a criminal.
A 5-year-old taken away in handcuffs, a 6-year-old accused of sexual harassment, a 7-year-old suspended for carrying a toy. America is overwhelmed by gangs, drugs, abuse, violent crime. We're prosecuting kids, though, for being kids. Have our schools gone totally mad? In some cases, you will hear young criminals telling their infamous tales. You decide. Suspended for being a kid. Next to Geraldo Rivera Show.
Monday at noon on Hot TV 27.
On the next heat of the night,
You hiding from that girl. Why?
the chief must confront a hidden secret.
My daughter, you're Georgia Farron's child and mine.
She's a child with a shady past
Can't imagine that she wants any advice from me.
and a vast inheritance that threatens her life.
I guess you're the guy that beat up on my daughter.
Now, the chief takes matters into his own hands in the heat of the night.
Monday at 4 on Hot TV 27.
It's the world's best live triple cast. Watch on Hot TV KDFI Channel 27, the live broadcast from the studios of 570 KLIF Radio, and sent worldwide via AudioNet. It's Net Talk Live with your co-host Laura Lewis, Gadget Guy Dave Matthews, Internet News Reporter Leanne Harriet, Webhead Mark Markham, Chat Chick Kim Adams, and your tour guide to the internet and host of Net Talk, Jovan. Net Talk Live is brought to you by Communication Expo, your one-stop low-price communications superstore. Internet, computers, telephones, pagers, cellular, satellite, and services, all connected for solutions. Communication Expo, the first 20,000 square foot communications superstore. Visit us in North Dallas at Beltline and the Toll Road. Sponsored in part by Computer Currents Magazine, your source for computing in the real world. Visit us on the World Wide Web at currents.net. Sponsored in part by cityview.com, your local information and entertainment source. Visit us on the World Wide Web at cityview.com. So boot up your computer, grab your mouse, and join in the fun, learning about the internet and the World Wide Web. If you'd like to become a sponsor of Net Talk or have your website or computer product shown on the air, just give us a call. Follow along with the broadcast of Net Talk Live by going to our homepage at www.nettalklive.com. To send email during the show, address it to nettalk@nettalklive.com.
Well,
Sweet dreams are made of this. It's Net Talk Live. Here we are. We're back answering your questions about the internet and the World Wide Web. We were just on the phone with Angelo. Now, Angelo bought one of these cards that you put in your computer that allows you to watch television through your computer. It's a pretty interesting concept. And to give you an example, if you had one of these while you were working on your computer, you could watch something like Beverly Hills 90210 or your second favorite show, Net Talk Live, while you were surfing on your computer. But
Not necessarily in that order.
Yeah, Angelo's problem, though, is Angelo's computer keeps on locking up on him. It's crashing, and we were talking to our own gadget guy who knows about this stuff. Oh, Dave. Dave, what's going on with Angelo's computer?
We did figure out the problem. He does have an even better card than that, Jovan. This card will let him watch programs that broadcast web data while he watches the TV show. Latest and greatest technology. Unfortunately, when you live by the sword, you also die by the sword. They have not tested all the video boards that are available out on the market. So a driver update is in the works, and we're going to send them off to the website that made the card, and with new software that should take care of this little problem.
So if you buy one of these cards and it's not working right away, Dave, the easiest thing to explain is because the technology is changing so fast, just go out to the company's website you bought it from and keep downloading their drivers. How often would you do that?
Well, first of all, I'd let their engineers know that there's a problem. Call their 800 tech support line or send them email. After that, check the drivers. Next to each driver, there should be issues that were solved by this patch or this fix. And by doing that, he could see if, indeed, there is an Intercast update available.
Okay. Well, so how often should they do that? How often? First off, what's a driver real quick? Just real brief. And how often should they check for these updates?
Okay, drivers are what Windows uses to talk to your hardware. It's the middleman. And on my high-end video hardware, ISDN equipment, I like to check monthly. If you have a problem, address it with their tech support. That way they'll tell you. You don't have to keep going back to them.
I was just thinking when Dave was talking, I said, you know what? I'd have somebody come in and help me out and look at it for me and tell me what to look for in my home on my computer, and then sort of take off and do it on my own. Is that unreasonable?
Not at all.
Not at all, I guess. Anyway, I'm going to show you some email that just came in. I just had to laugh at this. You know, folks, because you can communicate with the show. It actually happens in real time as this is going on. I want to show you a pretty funny piece of email that actually came in that's on my computer, and this piece of email came from Cowboys. And it says, Jovan, it's not the hair at all, because I made the comment earlier about my hair being pulled back. It's that scruffy Don Johnson Miami Vice look that the girls like. Yeah, right. Thanks a lot. I appreciate the support. Nobody called me a doll.
You got compared with Don Johnson, though. That can't be too bad.
I don't know. Mark, did it sound to you like I wasn't being compared to Don Johnson? Nobody called me a doll.
I don't know, man. Are we going to do a show in Miami soon? Too much.
Oh, that's what happens when you don't shave.
You need to be stroked.
Only on Net Talk Live.
I like that. Please, Laura, go ahead.
I gave you a compliment at the beginning of the show. I met my quota. I'm fine.
Okay, let's take a call. Let's go to Carolyn in Addison.
Hey, Carolyn. Welcome to Net Talk Live tonight.
Good evening.
Hey, good evening to you.
Carrollton, you are a trooper. You held on last week for over an hour, and here you are again, 75 minutes. So we'd like to thank you for hanging in there.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. I've enjoyed the show.
Thank you.
And you guys have helped me in the past. This is the third time I'm calling in.
Oh, great.
All right. So what can we do for you tonight?
Well, I've been having all kinds of problems, but lately a corrupted mailbox. But I've found out that the problem is with my modem, and my modem has got what's called Rockwell chips in it. And the Rockwell chips keep me from getting on the net. And now they tell me I have to call the company to get a software patch. If I have to replace my modem, what I want to know is how do I find out whether or not the modem has got these abominable chips in them?
Uh-oh. That's an interesting one, and that sounds like one that Dave's going to know. Dave, I want to know what Carolyn's talking about is she has a corrupted email box. And I want to know, how long have you been talking to her email to do that? No.
Normally when I have a corroded mailbox, I'll sand it down and I'll paint it, usually with a rust-proof paint. But unfortunately, that won't work in this instance. Carolyn, can you do anything on the net, like surf the World Wide Web or do anything of that nature?
At the moment, no.
Okay, so you cannot even log on to your servers, it sounds like.
Well, every time I try to sign on, it takes me sometimes 6 tries before it'll connect.
Wow. Okay. And the computer, is it a Pentium or an older one?
I think it's a Pentium.
Okay. Is the modem internal or external?
It's internal.
Okay. Did the modem come with the unit, or did you buy it?
It was specially built for me. The modem is a Zoltrix 14.4.
Okay.
Is your hair blonde or red? That seems to be the order for tonight. Just ask questions. And,
Do you have blue eyes or brown?
Okay, so Davo, how can we answer Carolyn here? What's going on?
I have not had much hands-on experience with the Zoltrix modem, so this using Rockwell chipsets, that should be a good chipset to work with. The Rockwell is it's the other standard besides US Robotics. That's the best way to put it. Has your manufacturer, or I'm sorry, has the vendor who built the computer for you, since you can't get on to download drivers from the internet, why don't you see if you can get drivers from him that he could get off another computer connected to the internet?
No, that's my problem. The person who built it, I keep trying to get in touch with him, and he won't return my call.
Now we know why.
Well, you need to see if you can find the right driver. So, Carolyn, have you tried Miss Daisy yet?
Have I tried what?
That was so bad, Jovan.
Oh, come on. It's not as bad as your Earl.
I thought it was
joke.
funny.
Okay, Mark. What can we do for Carolyn? Mark, can you get her a driver, you think?
Yeah, Carolyn, that's exactly what I was going to say was take down the 1-800 number you see when we go out. It's 1-800, Javon, help me.
673-3836. 673-3836.
If you will call that number and leave your name and number, I will get in touch with you this week and help you get those drivers.
Fantastic.
Carolyn,
Okay.
what you have is
You're
one of
welcome.
those really odd technical questions that very few people experience, and we're going to help you one-on-one off the air to get this corrected.
I appreciate that.
You're very
Thank you very much.
When I was first getting on the net, I went with Internet America, and I've stayed with them. I've canceled. I've gotten back with them. I've gone through Intergo. I've gone through the alternative. They've now sent me Netscape, and I've just had all kinds of problems.
Well, it kind of happens with that. Internet providers all go through growing pains, and it's going all across the board. One good thing about Dallas, it's a very fertile ISP ground. There's really a lot of good ones to choose from, and you just keep plugging away, and we really appreciate your question. Sorry we couldn't answer it on the air, but we're going to get with you one-on-one, and we appreciate you tuning in.
Carrollton, I just had an update from one of our guys helping out on the show. He actually works for Internet America. He said that he's running this problem with these Zoltrix modems before, so you're not the only one, if that makes you feel any better.
Maybe a little bit.
Keep tuning in, and we'll help you out.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
See,
Bye.
I really think our banner on there and says, call in your questions, call in and we'll ask you questions.
Call in and
Call in
Dave
and-
will ask you 10 questions.
Call in and get questions. That's right.
That's true.
Oh, that's kind of the way it goes.
Oh, well.
Anyway, let's take a quick call. Let's go to Kevin in Irving, Texas.
Hi, Kevin. Welcome to the show this evening. How you doing?
Pretty good. How are y'all?
Doing great, thanks. You have a question?
Yeah, I've got a problem. I bought an ISDN. I had it installed about 5 months ago, right before the area code change. And it seems that after the area code change, started having some problems with GTE.
With what?
With GTE.
Okay.
Specifically, I don't know if it's their fault. I'm not sure. I've kind of had some finger pointing between my ISP and the phone company.
Okay.
But basically, when I get a connection, sometimes it will stay on for 5 minutes. Sometimes it'll stay on for 3 hours. It's very sporadic. And basically what happens, I connect in, and it never really seems to give me an indication that I've lost connection, except that I can no longer connect to anything. So what I'm trying to do is figure out a way to nail down, which service is having the problem. If I talk to my ISP, they just pretty much say, well, GTE had a problem, and give them a call. If I call GTE, they say, well, we can connect to it, but we don't know what's wrong with it. And I think, to be quite honest, when the guy put my ISDN in, I had to help him install it because he didn't even know what RJ45 was or anything. He was very non-technical, and I was kind of scared about that. But
So you basically keep on getting knocked off every time you get on.
yeah, basically.
You're paying the extra fees for high-speed connectivity, and every time you do that, he's trying to get on and he keeps on getting knocked off. Well, Kevin, both of our kind of techno guys here, both Dave and Mark, use ISDN. Mark, what do you think's going on besides you over there breathing heavy, huh? What's going on over there?
Well, we had one of the fly cams move into my suite this afternoon. Kevin, I got a question for you. We're going to keep the tradition up here tonight on Net Talk Live. Do you use a static IP address with this connection?
No, it's not.
So it's a dynamic IP. It's just a dynamic ISDN dial-up. Is that right?
Laura wants to know what this is.
Wait a minute.
This is an easy one,
Okay, let me
Laura.
get this right. He's got static. He needs cling-free.
That's right. We need to get Dorf the Klingon. No.
That's a static Klingon.
The static Klingon. Well, because it doesn't matter. With the area code change, Laura,
Yes.
one of the things that happens is with a static IP address, a lot of times you need to be sure that you dial into the correct router. And if they changed, that would have been a real good question, because if they had changed the area code, he would have a problem unless his ISP straightened it up. Now, since he's using dynamic, what we're back to is, who is your internet service provider?
It's YNet.
YNet. Okay, you need to find out from them whether or not they are using a digital, a full digital link, and whether or not they are set up to work with GTE. Because with a problem that I've had, I set up an account like this for somebody in Louisville, and we had the same kind of troubles with GTE on a dynamic system, and actually had to have GT come out and run the trunk that they needed to in order to get the ISDN working. And
So
then they got days of connection.
Yeah, so the
best thing he can do, that Kevin can do, Mark, is what? Let's give him the 1-2 punch.
Nutshell.
What does he need to do?
Call your service provider and get GTE on the phone and tell them to fix it.
That's a good nutshell answer.
That's easy.
I like that one.
That's a real easy one. Get him on the phone and tell them to fix it. Mark, is that common with ISDN?
With GTE, it is.
Yeah, Jovan,
okay.
when the area code changed for me, I'm in the 972 area. I call into OnRamp in Dallas. I had to add 214 and then the 7-digit number, and then it worked for me.
So it's a pretty simple change. If he's having a problem, they should be able to help him with
it's just
it.
the area code problem, but there could be
Okay, well, folks, hang tight. We're going to find out more about the internet. We're going into the last segment. We'll be right back right after this very brief message.
Hey, netheads, you wanted more of Net Talk Live? Now you can get it. Every Wednesday night from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., Net Talk Live will be on the air. That's the internet chat airways. Yes, join all the cast and crew of Net Talk Live via chat every Wednesday night from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. at irc.nettalklive.com. We'll answer your questions, chat a lot, give away prizes, and have some great fun. So join me, Jovan, and Laura, and all the cast and crew of Net Talk Live, Wednesday nights from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on chat at irc.nettalklive.com on chat channel #NetTalk. That's Wednesdays, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on irc.nettalklive.com, chat channel #NetTalk. We'll see you there.
Change your dial, you'll change your life.
Good morning. Hi, this is Kevin McCarthy on 570 KLIF, home of the Talk Team. Have you heard? If you change your dial, you'll change.
570 KLIF, the Talk Team.
What's hot tomorrow? Hot TV. On Hot TV 27. Tomorrow night at 7 on Poltergeist: The Legacy. The discovery of a strange object unleashes hell's fury and must be stopped. Then at 8, Mitch must face the wrath of an evil and deadly creature when he decides to stop its killings. Tomorrow at 8 on Baywatch Nights. If it's hot, you've got to watch. Hot TV 27, tomorrow night.
He was arrested like a criminal.
A 5-year-old taken away in handcuffs, a 6-year-old accused of sexual harassment, a 7-year-old suspended for carrying a toy. America is overwhelmed by gangs, drugs, abuse, violent crime. We're prosecuting kids, though, for being kids. Have our schools gone totally mad? In some cases, you will hear young criminals telling their infamous tales. You decide. Suspended for being a kid. Next, the Geraldo Rivera Show.
Monday at noon on Hot TV 27.
Some fans think hockey comes naturally to Mike Madonna. The fact is, it took a lifetime of commitment, years of hard work, and countless practice shots.
Cold ice, cool game, hot TV.
Is this in my contract?
The hottest shot is Stars Hockey on Hot TV 27.
He was arrested like a criminal.
A 5-year-old taken away in handcuffs, a 6-year-old accused of sexual harassment, a 7-year-old suspended for carrying a toy. America is overwhelmed by gangs, drugs, abuse, violent crime. We're prosecuting kids, though, for being kids. Have our schools gone totally mad? In some cases, you will hear young criminals telling their infamous tales. You decide. Suspended for being a kid. Next, the Geraldo Rivera Show.
Monday at noon on Hot TV 27.
On the next heat of the night,
You hiding from that girl. Why?
the chief must confront a hidden secret.
My daughter, you're Georgia Farron's child and mine.
She's a child with a shady past.
Can't imagine that she wants any advice from me.
And a vast inheritance that threatens her life.
I guess you're the guy that beat up on my daughter.
Now, the chief takes matters into his own hands in the heat of the night.
Monday at 4 on Hot TV 27.
We're back. It's the world's best live triple cast. If you or your company needs an exciting and effective website created, then you need the best web development team in the business, the cast and crew of Net Talk Live. Net Talk Live will create a highly effective website for you or your business. Just give us a call at 800-673-3836. That's 800-673-3836. Follow along with the broadcast of Net Talk Live by going to our homepage at www.nettalklive.com. To send email during the show, address it to nettalk@nettalklive.com.
Well, I'm not going to say what I said last week because I actually got in trouble for that. But what is it? What the monkey?
Shock it,
Shock the
Jovan.
monkey.
Shock it.
Shock the monkey.
What are you, a shock jock? Is that what you're trying to be?
No, I actually just made a mistake on the air. That's kind of how it goes.
Did you get in trouble?
No, I was only kidding.
Okay.
I was only kidding. All these guys in the control room went to laughing when I said slap them. Anyway.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Hey, Jovan, look, I got to show this because I think it's so funny. On Whole Foods today, I picked this up. Can you see this? What camera can I show? Renna's camera? Kurt?
What do you got this?
Look. Check it out. Wait, can you see the label? Here
What's
it
it called? Happy Camper?
It's Attitude Food. Is that the
Attitude
best?
Food.
Is that the best?
Is that a vitamin?
This is a real supplement. And I started taking it today, and it really works.
We need to keep Jovan on a steady, constant diet.
There you go. There's the answer. You want to try to figure out how to keep me during the show being a happy camper?
Does it come in IV?
There you go.
Actually, this is an herbal complex, and I'm actually a clinical nutritionist, and I checked it out.
Well, that's great. So let's go to Azim. Am I saying that right? Azim in Dallas.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Good.
Hi,
How you
Azim.
doing?
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I have a question about the internet phone.
Fire away.
I downloaded two separate kind of internet phone. One was the Freetel, and the other one was VocalTech version 4.
Right. VocalTech version 4 and Freetel?
Yeah. Freetel.
Okay.
And both of them are like giving me problems. As the problems goes as like for the VocalTech, it's telling me that I need a license code in order to operate the demo version also, and they don't provide the license code for that.
Okay.
And with Freetel, it's telling me that my sound drive is not connected, and the connection will be made without the sound drive.
Okay, so Dave, I know you use these. Let's answer Azim real quick. What do you think's going on?
Okay, he's got two problems. First problem is you get a free version, which is a limited version of the software off the website. It'll work for maybe a few calls. After that, you have to call their 800 number or enter your credit card through the website, and you can get a registration key that will unlock that thing to let you make unlimited calls on it. Next problem is the sound hardware that you use is not compatible with that particular software. So that regards, I would say, get either a different program, like my favorite's Internet Phone by a company called VocalTech, or tell the engineers that wrote that software that you're having a problem with that you've got this type of card and it does not work.
Interesting. Well, that's two quick ways to do it. Let's take our last call of the night. Let's go to Jonathan in Garland.
Jonathan, welcome, last caller. How you doing?
Pretty good.
You're on Net Talk Live.
Well, Jonathan, you sound excited.
Do I now?
Great voice.
Am I supposed to mention this advertisement that I heard on radio a while ago for Lucky Computers?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, I'm supposed to win some kind of thing for it.
Oh, okay, okay. So,
anyway.
Actually,
let's get to the question.
Fire away.
Okay. I need to know the command for listing the cache for Netscape.
The command for listing the cache for Netscape. Mark, explain that to our viewers real quick, and let's see if we can answer Jonathan in about 10 seconds.
You want to see your cache, go to Options, and then click on Network. And in there, you'll see where your cache is stored at, and you can see what all is in your cache. Or you can just use your Windows Explorer if you're using Windows 95. and go to your cache directory, and you can see everything in your cache directory.
And what is cache exactly?
Cache is kind of like a temporary folder where all the files, images, and HTML pages you bring down off the web are stored so that you can get back to them much faster. If you go back to an address, say, in the next hour, or the next day, or sometimes 60 days, instead of going down and retrieving it all over again, it'll have it already right there on your hard drive and pop it up a lot faster.
So it's a record of all the sites you've been to.
Couldn't you say, Mark, it's also something I don't have a lot of?
Okay, Dave.
We're working on it.
Anyway, here we come to the close of the show. I want to say congratulations to Steve Petrasik. I think I'm saying that right. Steve Petrasik in Irving. He was a winner of the Palace software. And here we kind of come to the end of the show. And I kind of want to say thanks to the various people that are involved in the show and kind of say, hey, thanks for making it happen. Anyway, the engineer on the show is Bill Brady. And, of course, we got Raina right here behind us. Raina Alonso is on camera, Mike Simeone, and Eric Jacobson. I want to say thanks a lot on the fly cams. And our assistant director, MP Welch, and, of course, our phone coordinator, which is Peter Runnis of Race Talk. You can listen to him right here on 570 KLIF. And Brandon Brown, who's one of the floor director that makes this happen, and Coy and Jeff and Phil and Jeff Williams make the boards work. And everybody, we have a good time, and we want to thank all the people that helped the store out here or the show out here. And I also want to say thank you to Cafe Brazil for some wonderful food.
And also thank you to Rebecca Huff for doing makeup and all the other great folks that hang out behind the scenes.
I don't think that people realize it takes 20-some-odd people when we do this show. We've got 20-some-odd people that help make this broadcast possible.
Plus our audience.
Right. And that was exactly the next thing I was going to say. I was going to say to our audience, every one of you that take the time to tune in and to give us an email, send us email, and fill out the forms and enter the contest and stuff like this, we want to let you know we love you, we appreciate you, you make this show happen. Realize there's no programming in this show. It's when you call in to the show, you decide where we're going for the night. So it's your questions, and don't be afraid to call in, because when you ask your question, you're asking it for tens of thousands of other people that are watching that have the same problems you're having or have the same questions or excitement about the internet, and we're here for you, and that's what we're here to do. So, Mark, thanks a lot, man.
Hey, good night, everybody. Giovanna, I love that backdrop, too, by the way. That new picture behind you is just great.
Thanks
Cafe
a lot.
Brazil. Bye, y'all.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Jovan. I got a couple weeks of turkey sandwiches to go eat, so I'm going to get out of here and go eat some lunch.
Thanks, Laura.
Thank you,
You did a
Javon.
great
Thanks,
job.
everybody who tuned in. Tune in next week.
Anyway, folks, join us next Sunday, 10 to midnight. Please tell a friend. We will see you next Sunday.
This has been Net Talk Live. Net Talk Live is a presentation of AudioNet, the broadcast network on the internet. 570 KLIF, home of the Talk Team, and Hot TV KDFI, Channel 27. Net Talk Live is brought to you by Communication Expo, your one-stop low-price communications superstore. Sponsored in part by Computer Currents Magazine, your source for computing in the real world, and cityview.com, your local information and entertainment source. Show opens and graphics courtesy of Blue Cactus Post, the Southwest premier post-production facility located at the studios at Las Colinas. If you'd like to become a sponsor of Net Talk or have your website or computer product shown on the air, just give us a call. This is Net Talk, the world's first triple cast. Net Talk is everything you need to know about the internet and how to use it. Tell your friends about Net Talk, and we'll see you again next week. Net Talk Live is owned and produced by Infotainment Telepictures.